Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the latest episode of Loki. So this is episode 4 called The Heart of the TVA. Now, if you have not seen this episode, I 100% recommend you not watching this video, watching the episode, and then coming back to see me. Because there are major spoilers ahead. In fact, I can't even describe to you really what happened, but I will do my best. So, let's get right into it. So it starts off right where the last one ended, where it is Victor Timely um, entering the TVA along with Loki and Mobius, and obviously eventually Sylvie comes as well. So they bring Victor Timely to Obi, who they're both like super happy to see each other, and they begin to work together to try to figure out how to fix the um, Time Weaver. Now, they're also having a big issue with the TVA in general. They know it's falling apart. They know Renslayer still exists out there, and they're going to have to be ready to fight them just in case. So B-15 is talking to the head judge on the sense of what should be done, and the head judge is explaining that the judge that was against B-15 originally, who was in prison, should be talked to kind of decide whether or not they would be willing to fight against Renslayer if and when she comes. B-15 is not a huge fan of it. She's not sure what to do. Um, so anyway, she gets downstairs to where everyone else is, and they're kind of asking what's going to be done. And Obi's like, well, we're going to have to create something that's strong enough to actually fix this issue. So they're trying to build the device before they can do anything to fix the Time Weaver. So they're using all these different devices. They find this piece that Victor Timely had created, granted it being a prototype, so trying to see if that would actually help with the Time Weaver in general. So the idea is they thought that they would be able to make it wider so it would then be able to hold more timelines. Victor Timely was basically explaining that that probably wouldn't work and that the timelines would continue to grow at an exponential rate and would be still overrunning the Time Weaver. The only way to do so is to use a specific device, like I said, that he created, which is very similar to like his chair that we see from Kang the Conqueror in Quantum Mania. So we have that going on. They're trying to do that. Um, Victor Timely has the piece together, and they're getting ready to go downstairs, although they're still trying to tweak some things to make sure that it works properly. So Um, while this is all happening, Renslayer makes it into the prison where the judge and all of their hunters are that are imprisoned. And she's exclaiming that they need to work together to save the TVA and take it over and become the rulers of the TVA. And Brad, shockingly, is the only one that joins her. Everyone else stood in defiant of her. And they used the device that they were going to use on Brad. So Miss Minutes turns it on, makes this cube around all of them, except for Brad, Renslayer, and Miss Minutes, and shrink it down until it was nothing, and they turn into a puddle of mush. Now, before that happens, the judge that was in there explained to her, here's the thing, um, know this, that we would rather die than join you. And then they all died. Renslayer then orders um, Brad to get Victor Timely, and that's when they split up. So, Brad gets Victor Timely while he's getting a hot cocoa, um, prunes somebody, and then goes after and brings Victor Timely with him. And Victor Timely is now with Renslayer, Miss Minutes, and Brad, trying to basically buy time in the sense of what's going on, while Miss Minutes is messing up with all the systems, so none of them can use their technology. So they come up with the idea that Obi should reboot the whole system, so that way Loki and Sylvie can use their magic. But before all that happens, they kind of go trying to look for Victor Timely to begin with. And Sylvie goes in the elevator, which is a scene we see in the first episode. So she forces open the elevator door to see Loki, who is the Loki from the past, where the Loki from the present prunes him. And that's how he got taken out of the timeline. So, that happened. That being said, they then answer the phone, and Obi explains the whole situation about rebooting Miss Minutes, but it's going to shut all the power down and allow people to use magic. And of course, both Sylvie and Loki are like, no, then definitely turn it off and reboot it. So they do so. So what happens is Miss Minutes starts freaking out and basically tells Victor Timely that he will never be like him, meaning how I took it specifically was the fact that he will never be like he who remains. And she goes offline. So the power starts getting all messed up and everything else, and Renslayer orders Brad to go look to see what the issue is. They go out there. Sylvie uses her mind manipulation and gets him to prune Renslayer, and Sylvie and Loki bring he Victor Timely, almost called him He Who Remains, Victor Timely to where Obi is. So they decide that they're going to. The device is working. The what's it called? The temporal aura um, of Victor Timely unlocks everything and opens the safeguards, so they can see that the Time Weaver is in critical condition. So Victor Timely offers himself to go out there to fix it. And nobody argues. There was a little bit of hesitation, but for the most part, he thought it was his in case something happens, he would be able to fix it. He goes out there. He's out there for no word of a lie. I want to say it was like 3 seconds, and he turned into dust. It was too much time radiation that he obliterated himself. And then what happens next confuses the heck out of me because it looks like the Time Weaver implodes and causes the destruction of the entire TVA. And it goes into a huge bright white light, and that is how the episode ends. So, normally at the end of this, um, I normally talk about where I think the series is going to go after. I'm not going to lie to you, not a clue. There's 2 episodes left, and I have no idea where they're going. I mean, kudos to them. They've definitely threw me for a loop on this one in the sense of good for them. But for now, you're kind of on your own for this one. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts in the comments below. Let me know. But for right now, I am stumped mostly due to the fact that they can do anything at this point, and that is why I'm not even, you know what I mean? I'm not confident in saying anything because it literally could be anything. So, let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.